Guys, here I'm the new swing shoe at the People's Golf Club, and I'm trying to get my breath back after walking from the clubhouse to here. It's a very hilly walk, and I wouldn't advise taking a buggy. So what we're going to talk about today is hip turn. So hip turn is the power source of the golf swing and controls the motion of the swing. So a lot of problems can accumulate through poor hip turn. You get reverse pivot, reverse hip turn. So what that can spiral out of control sometimes. So what we need to do is sort of refrain that. So if I've got an incorrect hip turn, I've got to do something in the swing to compensate in order to get the hips in the correct position to achieve success in hitting the golf ball. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is a drill to work on for your hip turn. So what you need to do is, what we're going to talk about is we're going to discuss an incorrect hip turn. So an incorrect hip turn is when the left hip, so if I was to take my address position, my left hip would move in the way. So, and as I come back, so my left hip would move back the way, my right hip would move almost up, my right hip would almost work its way back towards my left hip. What this does is it creates the weight to go in the wrong position. So a lot of golfers say, or any player says that their weight was right on the way back on the trail side and left on the way through on the lead side. But that differentiates in the reverse hip turn or a reverse spine angle, what we to call it. So when I take my backswing, my weight goes on my front foot, and as I start the downswing, my weight goes towards my trail foot. So what we need to do, in order for us to get the weight into the correct position, we have to compensate. So we have to compensate by getting the weight off our left foot onto our back foot, which can create a lot of back problems. It can create a loss of power, it can create topping, it can create shank, it can create a multitude of problems. So I'm here to highlight today how important it is to have the correct hip turn. So what I'm going to talk about is, so we're going to recapture that hip turn. So if I have the correct hip turn, then my hips are level, so if I turn back, so if I have a reverse pivot, so we'll go back to the reverse pivot, my head drops down, my left knee kicks in the way, right hip goes behind my left foot, and you could do a lot of damage to your left knee, and the weight's going the opposite way. So in order for me to hit the golf ball from this position, I have to straighten out my body and what we know as L extension. So L extension can occur from that typical position. So as I was saying, you can lose power. The hips, in order for us to obviously level out our hips, we have to get our weight on our trail side. But what I need to do is, when we create a good hip turn, our hips stay level, weight goes on the trail side, and as I come back down, I create a lot of leverage. So if I have a reverse hip turn or reverse pivot, I don't create much leverage with my arms. If I go in this way, my left knee kicks in the way, my left shoulder goes down the way, my right hip rises up, and as I come back down, it's the polar opposite. Right hip goes up the way, left hip tucks in, and then hands are, the low point of the arc is made contact behind the golf ball. So the swing arc changes depending on where your weight is distributed in order to hit the ball. So what we need to do is a good hip turn. Obviously we've talked about, we need to have our hips level, creates a lot of leverage, a good X factor stretch. But the X factor stretch will only occur if we are able to take our arms wide. Obviously using our pivot, so we can use our pivot. We're talking about in the previous video how we talked about the pivot being the crane and the arms being the wrecking ball. So the wrecking ball will only turn if our body pivots. So it's the same with the crane, as I was saying, wrecking ball will move if the crane moves. So it's not too dissimilar to that, okay? So we need to return our hips back into its original position. So I'll take our back, weight goes on the right foot. I need to maintain that position through it, but our hips will drop slightly because we've got that squatting action. Left hip goes out the way, which makes the right knee kick in the way. Hands drop down into position. So from here, gravity is pulling the club down. So in order for me to get the club from the ground level, my hands pull in the way. So my hands pull up the way as my hips start back, thrusting up the way. So my hips go from compressing to the ground to almost extending all the way through. So what we need to do is put our hands on our shoulders and feel the pressure on our right foot or our trail foot on the way back, and then on our left foot on the way through. So we need to feel the power through the hips, the left hip and the right hip. So as I take club back, we've got a level hip turn, left hip folds in the way, right hip tucks behind. So I need to keep the weight on the inside of my trail foot. So as I come back down, it's the polar opposite. Left hip tucks in, right hip takes over. Take that last bit of power. So I've got a drill, I'll just get a cane. So what you need to do is put the cane through your hips or through your belt buckle. So what you'll notice here is if I reverse pivot, so hands on shoulders, the cane goes down into the ground, and as I come back up, the cane moves out towards the target. So that's, if the cane moves out towards the target or slightly to the right of the target, my hips are open to the target, okay? So what we need to do is turn our shoulders, feel like the hips or the cane stays level. So just turn 45, come back down, that cane returns itself to its original position. So we need to create that power through the hips by understanding the correct hip turn. So if you've got any thoughts on that video, get your hips level, allow your weight to rotate back and through, trail side on the way back and the lead side on the way down. So if you've got any thoughts on that video, like the video, and I want people to comment in the comment box attached to this video, just other topics they want me to discuss. I'm not running out of topics, but I'd just like to see what you think and what you need to work on. So thank you, and subscribe to my channel at Allan.